take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Can y'all hear me good? Hey, Allie, my sis, Robin, hey, love, Patty Shook, PA. See, Red Door, hey, beautiful. Samantha, oh my God, hey, love. Yay. Squids, hey, love. Boo Boo Kitty. Hey, everybody. All my shugs are here. I was trying to do these every Tuesday night. We do like a Taco Tuesday. You know, I do it kind of, I missed a week or so of it. So much shit was going on. But yeah, we try to do these every Tuesday night around the same time. And it's just open panel. We can talk about whatever, talk about whoever, anything. You know, we just don't want to get ourselves in some bullshit. You know what I mean. We usually have fun when we do these. PA, I'm going to tempt you, baby. Oh, Booba Kitty, it's so good to see you. I ain't seen you in a while. All my loves are here. Anybody's welcome to come up. We accept anybody. We're going to talk about anything. I don't have nothing specific to talk about. Right, PA, don't you love Boo Boo Kitty's name? I love her. And then Wacky Tacky, I love her name too. She's not here. She's probably working, but yeah, work is crazy. And I mean, I work from home, but yeah, I've been trying to get everything together and it's just been crazy. Oh, you can come up, Cray Cray. Just don't say nothing that's going to get you in trouble. I know you. You're like me. Allie Boo, you should come up too. Robin, I sure will give my fur babies love and hugs. They're spoilt rotten. They're sleeping right now. I wore them out today. We spent most of the day at the dog park and be good. Hey, Boo, mother, be good. I heard some people's having storms and stuff. It's crazy. It's like this whole past year's been nothing but storms and stuff. Yeah, PA, I get it. You get on the road and you can't stop. Next thing you know, it's a mess. I haven't really heard anything new about, which I haven't looked about, Portland. So if y'all have anything you want me to play or talk about on that, I'm game for it because I'm kind of out of the loop. I've been really busy the past couple of days. I've been trying to set up a little work area for me, and I got me a desk ordered and to get my business going. Oh, you're in Mississippi, Robin? I used to work in Mississippi in Jackson. I used to work the state fair there. Some good food down there too. Right. As PA, she knows she fucked up. She went on her little rampage for them days. She knows she's fucked. Baby Kitty, I haven't even looked into that. I've trying to stay away from cases with kids. The last one that I really got into was Harmony Montgomery. And I couldn't even listen to what came out about that. And I don't get into the kid cases no more because I don't sleep. I have nightmares when I do. And I hear it's horrible and I just can't get into it. Yeah, Miss Portland, she's fucked. She's fucked. That judge is going to be pissed. It's so good to see you here, Samantha. Yeah, Miss Portland does some fucked shit to Samantha too, and it's just bullshit, man. She's going to get her karma. Oh, PA, that's awesome. I'm starting up my own business too for my self-defense keychains and stuff. That's awesome. And Allie, I still need to get up with you and get our stuff going. Me and Allie's kind of going to work together and get our businesses going. And that's awesome. Go for it, love. Go for it. Yes. You could have so many sayings on them shirts just from you two people. Should put in, there's that. There's that. And that's that. Just how she's acting, PA, is what upsetting the judge, just she totally went against it. And I don't believe her public defender told her. How's a public defender going to overrule the judge? Lacey Ann, hey, beautiful. Yes, PA, please. I'm trying to find me a Allie is making she's doing some wristlets and stuff. We're going to get into that. And I'm trying to look for a good wholesaler, like for keychains and stuff for my self-defense stuff. I don't know if y'all have seen those. I did a giveaway once and people ruined it for me. I was going to do giveaways every month, and then people didn't want to give me their address. I had 3 winners and they didn't want to give me their address, which I absolutely understand that. But how in the hell do you think you're going to get the winnings when you win if you don't give me your address? Like, is the store going to drop it off or something? You know what I mean? So they ruined that. And I was looking at AliExpress and some of them places for DHL or whatever it's called, and Alibaba, and But some of it's still expensive. Right, Lacey? Why enter a giveaway if you ain't? It's like, how in the fuck you gonna get it? A stork's not gonna drop it off to you. It, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. I had 3 people win, and only one of them gave me her address. And she'll tell you she's not here in the chat, but I would never ever do that to somebody, because I'm trying to start a business, and it's something I'm very passionate about. And hey, Maggie May, hey, beautiful, right, Boo Boo Kitty. It's like, yeah, really, maybe it did. It didn't upset me. It pissed me off, kind of though, because I went through all this trouble, and like the people that won aren't even people that I know, So it's not like it was rigged or something. Yeah, Lacey, I do know, and it feels horrible. We both know that. And like I said, I totally get it. I do. And it's hard to trust, And I get it. I do. But it's like, how in the hell do you think you're going to get this gift? I get it. And it's sad that people are scared like that, I would never, ever do that to people, but I understand people don't trust. Fuck yeah, I know how doxing feels. It even sucks when you get doxed with false information. And sometime I'm getting together a live about accountability and stuff. Snacks, hey baby. Y'all, Snacks is one of my OGs from our OG community. Oh, hey baby. Right, Lacey. These people entered my giveaway, and it's like, I understand it, but it left kind of a bad taste, Uh-oh. Is that you, PA, for real?
Let's see. Mhm.
Is that you?
Yeah, I'll turn my camera on for 1 second. Hold on, babe.
No, you ain't got to do that.
Okay.
It's you. I understand. You know how
Okay,
people like to
yeah.
porn bomb and stuff. What the hell happened? She left me. Oh, wow, Samantha. Oh, my God. What the fuck? See, people, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. And when you send stuff like through customs, that's expensive.
I'm I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the hang of this.
Oh, you're good. So you got some juicy information for us?
Okay. Switch over to my Bluetooth. Oh no, there's an echo.
Oh, you're good, baby.
Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about all that. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you were talking about the T-shirt business, and I always jump on that. For whatever reason, it's just my absolute passion to make personalized T-shirts, especially photo T-shirts.
That's awesome. You should definitely start that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of this echo. How do I get rid of it? I'm not. Oh, hang on.
I don't hear you echoing, baby. Hey,
Man,
Justin.
It's not been that long since I did live streams. You'd think I never went live. Yeah, back in the 90s, do you remember when you would go somewhere and you would see those velvet calendars and they had a picture of someone on it, like a mother and daughter type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my dad used to do. He would go around and take pictures, and that's when you would see those cardboard frames, wanted, dead or alive, and then they had their picture in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love those.
Yeah, they were great. Well, he started up a T-shirt business doing that, and he did really well. And that was like back in 1989, 1990, and the printer he had was really expensive, and all I know is it broke and he couldn't get it fixed, and he just gave up on it. Well, he had made 3 wooden cabinets. He basically left everything as it was. And long story short, one day I just figured out, oh, well, let me give it a shot. Long story short, I started selling photo T-shirts for $20 a pop at the flea market, and I used I forget the software I used, but I would take a picture and I'd put whatever writing they wanted, any flowers, anything and everything they wanted, as long as it fit on an 8.5 by 11. That was $20, and then if they wanted extra, they could, pay whatever per sheet. And I'm telling you, I couldn't get them sold quick enough.
You should actually start that. I would probably not probably, but I will, help you promote and stuff. And you can
Yeah,
ask
and
Allie.
same to
We're all
you.
about helping each other and growing.
Heck
And
yeah. Yeah, because I don't see photo T-shirts anywhere, even
mm-mm.
now,
The 80s and
nowhere.
90s were the best years. I swear,
Jesus.
everything good was the
Yep.
80s and 90s.
I know. I know. Everybody says everybody says that about their own generation, but no, 80s and 90s really is special.
Yeah, yeah. I love the 90s. That was the best years of my life.
Definitely.
The good
Definitely.
music and everything.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'll tell you, I tell people, and I'm going to call it now, because the first time I make it, you watch, everybody's going to turn around and do it, like on eBay and everywhere else. I'll email you a picture of it and show you. When I was pregnant with my first child, I came up with the idea. I took the picture of the sonogram picture, and I put it on the lower part of the T-shirt, and at the top, I put her name in pink with an arrow pointing
Oh,
to her, so it was like a 3D photo,
oh,
because the sonogram was over my belly. I couldn't get down one aisle of Walmart, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, that is the coolest shirt I've ever seen!" Blah 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 blah. And I know I could have sold them like hotcakes, but I know the minute I start doing it, everyone else is going to copy
that's
me.
why whenever I first started getting into my keychains things, I didn't say much about it because I know how people copy. Because like I
Yeah.
wanted to start doing reviews on like some people were going to send me like snacks and stuff from like Australia and and I was going to try
Mhm.
different snacks and stuff from different places. Well, somebody
Mhm.
copied it. I'm like, fuck that. I shouldn't have never said nothing. And then that's why I kind of held off a little bit before I announced this, because I don't want people copying me. It's not that I don't care, but have your own ideas. Be original.
Right. 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 Yeah. And I have just been trying and trying to figure out how can I somehow trademark it or copyright, but then that doesn't matter. Something. And I've just finally said the heck with it. There's no way of getting around it. So I'm at this point ready to let it go. At this point, the competition is just so strong because the cricket
Right.
just, everybody can make T-shirts at home, and um, it's, I'm sure there's great places to make great money, but I just see so much um, made by the cricket that I don't know, but I'll find out. But I think there's just so much competition that, I'll throw the sonogram shirt out there to try to get them sold,
I've
to try
noticed
to
that.
get
I
it.
don't know if you're on TikTok, but TikTok is a good place to promote stuff like that.
Ooh, is it? Sure. I'll
Because I
do
see a
that.
lot of stuff, different things of people doing their own business on there and stuff.
Mhm. I've done on there a couple of times, but never really stuck with it because I don't know if you know her. That one channel that I was a mod for, she ended up stealing $20,000 in the
Natasha.
uh no, in the true crime community. Yeah, I know. I knew you were
Oh,
gonna say
another
that.
$20,000 one.
Yes. Oh, actually, they said it was close to 30 to 40. Oh, I'll
Oh
think of her
wow.
name in a minute. I'll think of her name in a minute. But she was the one who said, she said, if you don't like people being mean, at best, if you don't like people being mean and it irritates you or just whatever or worse, she said, don't get on TikTok. She said, you think YouTube's bad? TikTok is 10 times worse.
It
But if
can
you're
be.
on, Yeah, I was gonna say if you're just on there selling and stuff, I don't think that would be a problem. But that stuff doesn't bother me
But see on
because when
TikTok, they have a TikTok shop thing you can do now. It like has its own shop where you can sell
oh
stuff.
wow, okay,
Yeah.
cool, that's awesome. Okay, I'll check it out. Because what half the reason why I got on panel was the other day I had started to say it and I didn't get to finish explaining myself. Because it's hard to type stuff, but I'm trying to think what we were talking about so I can relate it to it. What was it? I had
Squirrel.
said that. Well, we were talking about Portland. Um, but there was something else. But basically, I was saying, you know, no matter what, yeah, I mean, Portland does what she does. We all know, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, if we're getting bothered by things that are being said to us, right or wrong, we have to take care of ourselves. And if it takes getting offline for a couple of days to do it, well, you got to do what you got to do, you
Right.
know?
Do you know
And,
it bothers me a lot about Portland because I said mentioned this other day. A bunch of us has tried to tell her, get off here. This isn't helping you, and she's like, "Well, I got freedom of speech," and that she takes that as hate attacks.
hmm
And
right.
we're trying to, I don't even like her, and I've told her, and Robin's told her, a bunch of us has, quit doing this, stay offline. I have right to be on here as anybody else. Well, act like
hmm
a decent human being. Don't
It's
respond to
not,
none of the bullshit.
I've learned, and it's concrete now. She will never change. She will never get help. She will never take it. Look, as far as I'm concerned, she is a sociopath, full
Yeah.
on. Not all sociopaths and psychopaths murder. She is legit a true sociopath. She might
She's a
even be a psychopath.
narcissistic sociopath because
Yes, yeah,
narcissistic and
and
sociopaths do not
I
change. They
preach
got their
it.
mindset and,
Yep.
yep.
I preach it all over YouTube because I feel like that's one of the main words that gets it through to people and anyone new that, look, no matter how hard you want to or try, she's not going to change. That's,
Mm-mm.
if there's anything to make the light bulb go off for anyone, I'm hoping something like that would be it to get everybody to shut up. Like,
I thought
it's
those 3 days in jail would have done it to her, scared the.
uh,
But she thinks, narcissistic sociopath, they think the law don't apply to them. They're above
mhm.
the law. They're right, and everybody else is wrong. And
They're the worst to treat because when you go to therapy to work on the narcissism, it's so hard because they can't self-reflect. I mean, it's like you can't make it any
it's a
worse.
lifetime commitment if you do that. If you're a self-aware narcissist,
Right,
you have to go every week. You have to be
right.
committed to the rest of your life, and a lot of people don't
Yep.
do that.
And to add on to that, a sociopath, she's incapable of feeling what others feel or even starting to understand what others feel. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just through and through at every angle. There's nothing anyone can do. I said for 2 years now, there's no one on YouTube that can even come close to giving her the kind of help that she needs. But
Mm-mm,
I don't
nobody.
even think a couple of years in a psych ward would help her. And I'm not even being mean when I say that.
I don't
There's
either
just
because people like that, their mind is not wired like
yeah,
us.
yeah. And how do you bluntly tell that to her quote unquote supporters to get them to shut the hell up? But that's obviously not
And
what
her
they're really
supporters are
doing.
the one that digs the
They're
grave.
not. Yeah, they're just using her to get it noodle. That's all.
Robin, that disability card, that's done and gone. Because that
Man.
judge already knows all about that. That's done gone. Nope. If
And
she
that.
had stopped like the first time, when Noodle first took her to court
Mhm.
and stuff and came back and because she
Yep.
first came on here before, we all figured her out. I thought she was
Mhm.
entertaining. I thought she was the cutest thing, and then bam, it was over. She wanted to be like Natasha.
Her voice. I'm sorry. I have a thing
Ugh.
with voices. I couldn't stand her from minute one, but I also, being a nurse for so long. I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you can spot shit a mile away. You really can.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw it within 5 minutes, but I've always been able to, I think most of us can. You can meet someone and within 5 minutes know if they're a good person or not. And if you want to keep talking with them, I had Portland pinned from 3 minutes, within 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I,
And like
you
I've
know,
got a couple exes, well, two exes that are narcissists, like full blown. The first one I
uh,
was in a 5 year relationship with, and I had no idea. I always called people a narcissist, this and that. But until
uh-huh,
you actually see a real true narcissist and you start digging and
mhm,
doing the research, and then I
mhm.
had another one recently and I was like, red flags. I got out and I got doxxed on here, lied about the
Oh,
even
wow.
my ex even attacked Lacey here in chat and done her like shit. And there's like all kinds of females on here. I know 4 now that's came out and told me he done the same thing to them. And
Mhm.
it's like, once you know what a true narcissist is, and you don't even really know until you're actually see it with your own eyes what it is. And now I can spot
Right.
them a mile away, and I'm like,
Now, I will say my brother, I know he'll never hear this. He is through and through a narcissist, and it's not really problematic. For me, I really haven't spent a whole lot of time um through the years with him, mainly because he was a severe alcoholic since he was a teenager, so I haven't really been close. And he quit drinking last year, so I'm trying to get really close to him. And he's as narcissist as they come. But the worst thing I'll say that I ever got from him because of it was he would scoff at some of my opinions as if to say I was stupid. That was
oh, and I
what I,
hate that. And they
yeah,
treat
that's
you
what
like
I
you're
took
a
from it.
child and
Yeah,
belittle you, and you don't know nothing. They know it all, and damn well you're
right.
right.
Mhm.
Oh, Lacey,
Yeah.
Voices is teamed up with S. Is that who you're talking about?
Say it again.
Oh, Lacey's comment
Oh,
here.
yeah. I was looking at that, trying to make sense of the one above, but I haven't been following chat all the way. I'm gonna need Noodle to quit arguing and trying to prove
Hey,
herself to
Navigator.
Abra. Who said that? Noodle to quit arguing. Yeah, what's that about? Who said what?
She's just saying like that. Noodle needs to quit responding and stuff. And but Noodle has some mental illnesses herself. And
Right.
people lie on her, and she wants to prove that it's false, and it is. Oh yeah, with
Right.
salt. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Lacey. Fuck that.
And she's, whatever she wants to do. I'm kind of, don't take me the wrong way, but I'm kind of an asshole about it. But it's just because I was taught it from, when I was so much younger, and I've seen it in action. But I'm so headstrong on give people the attention they deserve. None. And it spoke on that. Okay, Portland's a good example. um you ignore and she quote comes back. Well, she was ignored for a couple of days, and don't misunderstand me, I'm not talking bad about Note or disrespecting her. It's just my opinion. I think 3 days she ignored her, and then Portland said something about her. I honestly feel like had Noodle continued to ignore her and not say anything for another week, I firmly believe that Portland would have moved on,
I
or
agree.
not said anything until someone on YouTube said her name. Because people don't respond to crickets. Yeah, Portland is, pathological, but even Portland is not. I really don't feel like if 2 weeks of crickets, I really feel like after 2 weeks of crickets, she would move on. I really
I
do.
did too. I did too. And you gotta, because that's a supply. Because Noodle is Portland's supply. In the narcissistic
Right.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And I think the key thing here is the continuing to ignore. It just wasn't long enough. And I really believe it wouldn't have gone, near as far as it did. But no matter what, Portland pushes the envelope. She overdoes everything. You know, if it wasn't Noodle, it'd be somebody else. She's picked on the weakest ones that she sees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, no matter what, it never would have stopped. It's,
And
you
because
know,
look,
she would have come
here
right back.
recently, I've tagged her in my videos, us talking about her and stuff. She
Right.
knows and has watched us over here doing this, and she has not said one damn word to me or
Well, you
about
know, she
what I'm
watched your
saying.
live the other day. The last live you had, she watched it because within minutes of you ending it, she took a screenshot of all my videos. I'm giving this to the public defender. I said, hey, I'll be more than glad to email them for you myself.
Right.
It's like
Because it's just
somebody says,
proving our point, It's
yeah,
using her own
exactly.
words.
Yeah, and that was the last thing I wanted to bring up. There was like 4 things, and I got them all out. I hate not writing things down because I'm so forgetful. But I don't think so now, but I'm really worried that because she's a master manipulator, and
Mm-hmm.
and when she's a bitch, you hate her, but when she's a nice person, there's something about her to where people really want to help her. And even though they know it's not going to do anything, you know, you still. I found like last year when she said, "Oh, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. And I'm really going to give this a shot." It was like last fall, I think, and she said, "I'm really going to do this time," and blah blah blah. She had me. You know, I was 95%. You know, I still had that show of a doubt, but I mean, I believed her more than I doubted her. And I
Right.
thought, well, maybe this is possible with the right help, and if everybody rallies behind her. What the hell was I thinking? And
She
that's
is
what
never
she
going to
does.
change. She just gets
So,
worse and worse.
hmm so this DA, he's a young guy, and I don't know. I'm talking out my ass, but I feel like he doesn't have enough experience to recognize how manipulative this woman is, and I feel like she's tricked him because how many? Look at what she's done, and it does. And yes, Portland lies 100% of the time. Yeah, obviously she is being prosecuted. Yeah, it's a misdemeanor, but I tend to believe that yeah, they're going to give her a 6 months probation and set whatever terms. I'm hoping they ban her off of YouTube with terms of probation, but it sounds like they're hitting the reset button and giving her another chance.
I wish that they would have a psychiatrist, like, that has several years experience evaluate her and be in court. Somebody that she
Right.
can't trick. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And somebody who has experience with psychopaths, because that's one
Yep.
thing about psychopaths is they will trick a psych eval and make it look like they're fine when they're not.
Mm-hmm.
I know that used to be done a lot. I don't know about now, but I feel like, and I feel like she had the public defender blinded, but after this weekend, there's no way in hell. No way in hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she says she was contacting her public defender on the weekends and stuff. I don't believe
Oh
that.
God. Well, she was emailing her. You know, that's one thing I've heard about Portland is if you're quote unquote friends with her or in communication with her, she will call and call and call, like just worse than a 3-year-old. And Jet's mom was trying to help her along on YouTube, and that's when she had her fan page on Facebook. Jet's mom told her something like she had a softball game to take her son to that he was playing in, and she said, "I'm not going to be available on the phone for a while, so just don't get upset, leave a message," because I think she already knew how she was. And lo and behold, she called, and all of a sudden, but she was, quote unquote, nice about it. She goes, "Well, we just don't have any common like I thought we did," and cut her off. And it was nothing more because she didn't answer the phone. I think Jeff's mom is the only one that didn't get the wrath of Portland.
She done Robbie the same way. She would blow him up and everything.
Oh, you know what? That shit. Oh, when she was bashing him, calling him every name in the book, she had just finished calling the cops, claiming he was threatening her. He turned around and killed her. This is the one and only time you will hear me say one good thing about Robbie. So y'all listen up, because you won't be able to pay me to repeat this. He killed her with kindness and sent her $20. And she said, "Thank you for the whatever Cash App or whatever for $20, Robert Brown." And she didn't know who he was. And not too long after, I don't know if he sent another $20, but the message said, "Hey, this is Save Robbie," and they were best friends ever since.
Mm.
And I'm sorry, no self-respecting man would ever be friends with someone who spoke like that and made it more than clear that those words had meaning. She wasn't just talking shit.
I like Robbie. I mean, I kind of have a love-hate for him because I've known him for years, ever since the Chris Watts case. And,
Mhm.
he tries to be fair and stuff, but he does coddle Miss Portland still. Like, he's like, "Oh, I love her.
Mhm.
She's just so cute." And you can't do that.
He's just out there. He's just out there. Um, yeah, I'm biased, but I can't tell you one redeeming quality as far as I'm concerned about Robbie. And after what I saw today, I'm just gonna shut my mouth now because I'll probably end up getting endlessly harassed yet again. So don't, if you ever get wind of this, Robbie, don't even think about it.
Yeah, Boo Boo
because
Kitty, I love Robbie too. But I known him
because
before all this bullshit. I followed him for a while, and I mean, he
well,
means well, but he just don't go about it the right way sometimes.
oh, but do you even know the real him? He emailed me. He stalked me on YouTube. He made it known he was stalking me. And I knew not to reply to the email. And I thought, oh, he wouldn't be able to track me. Lo and behold, he got my IP address. And you cannot tell me for a minute that he would not have done something with my name and address. There, I can't
Is
say
he the one
he
that gave
won.
Portland your information?
Yes, yes, yeah. You cannot tell me they did not know who I was and didn't have my info. After it's all said and done, oh, we really didn't give her the info, or oh, we weren't going to dox her. Y'all preach about not going real life, but y'all turn around and do that, and then
And anything you
um,
tell Portland, she's gonna blast it.
exactly, and they knew it. That's why they did it. But I had every reason to think that something was going to happen. I got kids to worry about. I'm not going to do anything that would remotely put my kids in harm's way.
Right. I agree. I would not tell Portland nothing. Just
Mm-mm.
like that time when Lycan sent her that porn photo or whatever to place on her community wall.
Mhm. Yep.
She blasted that
Well,
and
Robbie was right next to Lycan doing that. Both Robbie and Robbie went along with it and enabled it and supported it. So
yes.
I mean, if you want to know part of the real Robbie that maybe you haven't seen, I'll be more than glad on a day to chit chat with you on the phone, because I notice when I like a creator, it's only after things go wrong that the blinders come off. I've noticed that.
Right.
I've noticed that with several creators. You just don't see it, and you can hear it, but until it happens to you, it just doesn't comprehend all the way.
I
So,
absolutely understand that. I do.
and
That's
that's
like
why I
me. I'm
say, if
I'm loyal to a
you
fault. I love people to a
right,
fault. And then,
hmm
people warn me and stuff, and then bam, I get hurt.
right. Oh, and while I'm on a little bit of this topic, I'm gonna say this, and it's my last thing about it, because I don't know. I guess I'm looking for somebody to fucking validate it, and I've not done it because I feel like Portland. What about my feelings? Um, the whole thing to me getting wrote off by Noodle was she had asked me not to speak on Portland, and I didn't anyways out of respect for her. But apparently she got so much more hate anytime I mentioned Portland, so I didn't. Well, Portland started saying that I was someone that beat her up in high school. I had kept quiet and kept quiet for
Oh, wow.
umpteen months. and I had respected Noodle. So when she popped off with, I was the one that beat her up in high school, I wrote her an email. That's all I
Wow.
did, and that was pretty freaking. I kept my shit in check, but I feel like I had every right to write that email because I was not going to go on another round with her after what she did the first time, and
Mm.
the fact that you know, I emailed her. Noodle said, what she said, and you know, aren't we allowed to have feelings too? People make mistakes. We're not perfect. Why is that an end all? I feel like I had every right to that email, and it was appropriately, handled. No, I mean, yeah, I cussed, I called her a bitch, but for all things considered, I just don't see it validating getting wrote off. You know what I
She just
mean? So
she just needs to
I
go. I
just,
don't know what it's going to take to get her off here, but they're going to have
yeah.
the only thing that could keep they got to take her internet away, like completely out of her
Mhm.
house.
Mhm.
But
I
she
just,
lives
I
close
had.
to them shopping centers. They got Wi-Fi and stuff over there. She could just
Oh
scoot
yeah.
across the
Oh
road and
yeah.
go over there. And something's got to
Right.
give with her.
I just hate, she leaves, a tornado's amount of damage. She causes so much damage, and there's nothing I hate worse than seeing, good friends break up because of her. I've seen the
No.
damage she's done and caused others to fight, and I've gone through it myself, and I hate to see it. But I apologized. It wasn't accepted, and I'm not going to sit there and ask again and again. If somebody doesn't want to be friends with me, I'm not about to beg them and say sorry 20 times over.
Hell no,
It
that ain't a
sounds,
real friend if you have to beg them. No. Fuck
yeah,
that.
if you have to call and email, look, it's not what I meant, or you mistook me. Look, if they don't know me already, that I would never do that, and then they think I've done that, it's an asshole. Yeah, it sounds like an asshole, but at the end of the day, it's their loss, not mine.
Right. Yeah, I ain't gonna
And
beg nobody to be my friend.
exactly. So you learn as you go through life. I just, I had to get that out there. I feel like what I did was justified. So it's just everybody gets on that. Hey, it's like, you know, flavor of the week. If somebody doesn't like somebody, then everybody jumps on the bandwagon. And I've never seen so much flip flop in this community. Everybody just hates on each other, and then they like each other. It's just insane.
Once I don't like somebody, I don't even
Are you there, Samantha? Con Samantha. Hang on, I think I hit something. Uh-oh. Hang on. Uh, hold on. Hang on. Mm, 1 second. Mm, All right, hold on. Cotton. Uh, Candy. Candy. Hold on. Dang it. I don't know what I'm doing. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Uh, yeah, but barely. What happened? Is it me?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Did you walk
Hey.
away for a minute?
Yeah. I went to the kitchen for a second. That might have been
Okay.
it.
Okay. Oh, that's all it was. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so I didn't quite catch that earlier. What Noodle had said about Portland being online or something, or the public defender or something. What was that about?
I don't
She
know.
wasn't she wasn't supposed to be online or something.
Who? Portland?
Yeah.
She said that the public defender told her she could.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
judge said she couldn't.
Okay.
So she's
But
trying
I
to say
mean,
that the judge or the public defender rode the judge or whatever. And
okay.
I don't see a public defender, going over a judge. The judge doesn't make
Right,
that decision.
right. Well, my first thought was, we all said that she wasn't allowed online. And I said, well, when she gets to court and the judge yells at her, she'll try to throw her public defender under the bus. Well, she told me I could get online. And of course, they're going to believe the attorney over her. But if she doesn't do it before court, I guarantee you, by the time court comes, she'll the first thing out of her mouth to the judge is, "I'm putting in a motion to withdraw from the case." Did you see my community post on that?
Nuh-uh.
I made a bet. I said, "Anybody want to bet? I don't know, $20 or $40 that she withdraws from the case before next Wednesday, and if she doesn't do that, um." I'll bet that she moves to the furthest county on the east coast of Oregon after this
Yeah, if
case.
the public defender don't know nothing about any of this, she's gonna be pissed.
Wow. Yeah, I just um I I just don't see how she can avoid jail. But yet she's still not in there. I don't get it. I really don't.
She needs to
All the
spend
violations.
good time in jail. And then when she gets out of jail, she needs to go to some kind of long-term mental health facility, and stay. And if that
Right.
don't work when all that's done, then she's a lost cause.
Oh, well, we already know that. Well, I
Yeah.
will say that a psych facility is much worse than prison. You think solitary confinement and all the things you hear about prison that you know are true or bad, ain't nothing worse than a psych facility. The worst of the worst are there. And basically, if you get sent there for an insanity plea, you're never getting out, ever. At least with prison, you might get a chance at getting paroled, after 30 years or something like that type thing. But I always said, well, she needs to be in jail and not easy way out. I'm thinking like a not so permanent psych facility. I don't know if there's two different ones or not, but I'm like, send her to psych ward.
But I don't think none of it's going to help her. She's going to be a waste
It
of
won't.
taxpayers'
It,
money.
it won't. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What gets my goat is, and I'm not OCD, but I'm just so particular about certain things and wasting resources that
Hmm.
that the government pays for really just sends me really. And I know those dental implants probably had to hold on had to cost upwards of 20 grand. And she never wears her teeth, and she says, "Oh, they don't fit right." When you get things like that, just like when you get dentures, that automatically includes any follow-up visits to adjust them so that you can wear them at no charge. That's
And when she
in the
puts her
purchase
teeth
price.
in, I don't know. I don't know. She's
Yeah, I mean, it's almost just as bad because she, I don't know what to call it. Doesn't choke on them, but she struggles with them. You know what I
she's
mean?
a whole mess.
Oh, she is. She is. At the end of the day, I mean, I feel like wash, rinse, repeat. All I can say is, um, there is. It's just reality. There is zero hope for her. She doesn't want any help.
Uh-uh.
She's gotten 55 years this far, and she just is obsessed with money and whatever it takes to get it.
And just like when she was going to church, that's over. I think she was just going to church to try to get money out of them. I swear I do, to help her.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at what she's on YouTube. I know that Beaverton police are sick and tired of her. Anytime she leaves her apartment, she is just an absolute menace. It's almost like she intentionally does things. I don't know if it's with the idea to sue them, like she'll, one time she, like, kind of pulled out in front of a car and almost got hit. Not when she was drunk on 4th of July last year, but not too long after that. That's the way I took it, was she did just enough to get hurt and could say it wasn't her fault. I think it's just attention. Whatever it
Yep.
takes to get attention.
That's
Yeah,
narcissism in her.
money and attention. And no disrespect to her father, is, he's a war vet and all, but I got to question his parenting skills. Was, did he coddle her his whole life, or is this all, mental in Portland? How much influence did he have? Because I can see her being coddled, because, nobody wants to deal with that, and it's so easy to just say, yeah, okay, and walk away,
Right.
My dad was really hard of hearing, and, I can see, it's like you can see what her dad did, because I went through it with my dad. It's like I'd be talking to my dad, but he really wasn't hearing me. He really wasn't listening, but he'd go, to make you think that he was.
Where's her mom? Is she alive, or?
Say it again.
Portland's mom, is she alive, or just don't
Yeah.
have much to do with her, or?
Yeah, she's alive. She spoke on her, sometime last year. I think she had dinner with her or something like that. But she talked about her a little bit. But yeah, she's alive. And then she went to see her sister. I know her sister can't stand her. We all know that.
I know she's seen her brother recently too, because she videotaped that.
He's not blood related though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's only got one blood sister. That's it. Because they look a lot alike, and they're completely opposite. I know Serotonin posted those Facebook messages where she wanted to track down Walter's family, and it was right here, right now, and there's just no in between. And she's so irrational and outrageous. She's pushed everybody away. Nobody. And now, like, her sister's even blocked her. She even said, Lori, her foster mom blocked her because she doxed her. And she posted that.
She always talks about how she has friends around her apartment complex. How come you never see
No, she don't.
hanging out with them, or,
No, she don't. She's lying.
She has nobody but Walter, and he's just as bad, if not worse.
I don't know who those people were she got a picture of that she claimed helped them out. They had to be in the furthest building over and had just met her. And you got to think what she did to get that money. I don't know what the hell she spent her rent on, but it was 2 months in a row. But think about what she had to do to meet someone new and convince them to give her money. I guarantee you she sweet-talked them and told them it was a loan. And it didn't take but a couple of days for them to realize they were never going to see their money again. But they were the nicest people. I mean, I don't think we realized the full 180 of it all. I mean, at the old complex, she was putting, we don't call 911, with a picture of a gun. Just the constant, knocking and bugging people. I can't imagine. I really can't.
People just wash their hands with her, and it's her own fault.
Yeah, and then she just reacts that much more and that much worse the next time, she goes somewhere and does that. I'm just flabbergasted. I guess the whole point I'm trying to say is I can't believe that she has gotten this far and not been locked up long term.
I agree.
I just don't.
I can't believe this is the first time she went to jail recently.
Yeah, recently, but she clearly has been to jail. I believe she went to jail when she split up with her husband, because she can't tell one word of truth, not one. She claimed her husband hit her and went to jail. No, right away that she hit him and went to jail. And I don't doubt for a minute that she smacked Walter around, because he does whatever she says right then and there. she doesn't lift a finger. She sits around the couch all day. He keeps the house clean. He does the laundry. He goes to work on the weekend. I mean, it's like he's trained. And he knows better than to say no, because if she talks to us like this on YouTube, imagine how she treats him. And you can't tell me that she hasn't hit him and wouldn't hesitate to at any moment that he goes against her.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes
He don't want her
him,
wrath, because if he don't do what she says, then
right,
he's going to get the wrath.
right. And he's so patient. I got to give him credit. That man has some patience of a saint. And every time you see him, he's so ragged and exhausted. You can see it. I mean, he looks like hell. He really does. I mean, she's like this all day long, every day. And then look at the days she's up for 2 and 3 days at a time. There was one time I watched her post for over 24 hours with no sleep at all. I don't see how he keeps going every day. That last time he had dinner with his mom and Kelly went with him. Kelly went to take a picture of him and his mom because she posted. She wouldn't even turn anywhere towards the camera. She can't even look at Kelly. She despises her.
That's bad. You know,
Yeah.
Walker has, bless his heart.
Mm-hmm.
He can leave her, though, you know? I mean,
But that's the whole thing. You can't tell me that is not toxic, dysfunctional, and abusive. She saw him a mile away after he was her husband's best friend, for God's sakes. She latched onto him and had him from day one. You know, Walter, he just, he'll kind of follow like, I'm not saying like a lost puppy dog, but, she knew she could grab that leash and grab him. And she's got him wrapped around her finger. He does whatever she says. And only until he loses his temper and says, that's it, I'm done with it, does she listen. Because those times where she writes the notes, instead of filming them, she would write them down, remember? And it would always be after a big, turmoil. And twice, you can see where he put his foot down and said, enough's enough. So she still couldn't stay off YouTube. She had to write everything down because she couldn't stay off of YouTube. It's so obsessive. I mean, you can just see everything as it happens. The more she shows, the worse it makes her. I mean, it's just, I still don't think we have half of what she does in real life. I just can't imagine the charities.
That's going to happen one day.
Oh yeah. That, I'll tell you, karma is real, and she is a bitch. I know. I've met her. I honest to God, I have never stolen anything from friends. I've never hurt anybody. Friends. Yeah, I can't. I think lying. Honest to God, I'm not saying I'm an angel, but I have never intentionally hurt anybody in any significant way that I can think of. And I've not always been kind to myself, and I'll tell you, karma's come back on me. I've seen my own karma, for not being kind to myself. I know she's real, without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And honest to God, there's been so many times that just remembering karma is real, that has literally been the only thing that has kept me from catching a fucking charge. I shit you not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've learned my lesson when it comes to that shit. You reap what you sow, for real.
That is so true. So true. And I know some people don't believe it and stuff, but if anybody can tell you it's true, oh man, I can tell you.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that anymore.
Yeah. It's just like a universal thing. Like drunk people. They go out driving drunk all the time. They never get in a wreck. They never get caught. They're never killed, but they kill others. You ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sure, karma comes down there. But it just seems like people that just do the worst things never get held accountable. And I just can't wrap my head around how she's gotten this far.
I would have been locked up and the key would have been thrown away if I'd done the shit she does.
You better believe it. You better believe it. And if she was a man, even more so.
Mm-hmm.
Even more so. So, I wish I could show you. Well, you know what? I'm gonna turn the camera on. My fat boy, he's like a human. Oh, he's the sweetest cat ever. He is such a human. Let me see if hang on. Let me see if I can do this the right way. Hang on. You gotta see him. He's so sweet. Cause you were how many cats do you have?
I don't have any now.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, any
I
now?
had a bunch
Okay.
of wild ones, but we took care of them. Aw.
That boy, I'm not crazy, but he does talk to me. I'm training him. I'm slowly training him so that I can get him to go viral on YouTube and TikTok. That boy,
Aw.
he is an absolute human in a cat's body. I kid you not. You have never seen anything like this
I
cat.
love
You think
orange
you've
cats.
seen him.
I want an orange Maine Coon cat so bad.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought Mama Kitty was purebred. She walked up to my car one day, and I thought she was purebred or close to it. And then I didn't know she wasn't fixed, and she got pregnant with a feral red tabby. And he, as you see, is the darkest orange. I didn't think it was possible. I'll have to post some videos, but when you hear, I was hoping to get him to talk. When you hear him talk, oh, it is so hilarious because it sounds like he really is, hearing you and answering. I'm really not crazy. I'll show you. Anyways, all right. Well, I'm gonna hop off here and give somebody else a chance to.
It was really good talking with you.
Yeah, I know. Did you get my email the other day?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, some of my mail is
Yeah,
funny,
I did get
but
it.
yeah, I was trying to save everything up for once because I talk so much and I don't want to. I always worry about like taking over chat with all my comments, and I don't like taking over panels and stuff like that. So I thought I'll get 3 or 4 things together and come up. So I'm proud of myself. I did good. I didn't go off the rails like I thought I would.
You done good.
I just, last thing before I go, what is it that is, I don't know. It's like I know, but I don't. What is it about her that just triggers everybody? She just sets people off. And I've never seen anybody do what she does and then get away with what she does. What is it about her?
She has no soul or no remorse or anything, and I don't know. I've never seen nothing like her either. Blows my fucking mind.
Yeah. That I think is.
And I'd have the whole YouTube coming at me and my channels.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like homophobic and you name it, she's it. And people just, I don't know.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. That's what keeps me coming back watching her. Because I'm so, it's like if I see a problem, I have to figure out the answer or know what the answer is. And man, I just can't figure it out for anything. And if it wasn't for that.
Order just for their hate of Noodle, they know she's fucking wrong.
I mean, look at X's last desperate attempt to lash out at Noodle. Oh, that protection order's only for a year. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that really the best that you've got? Exactly. And then Noodle posted it. I saw where she posted it, and the first thing I said is, oh, they're going to call it fake because she didn't show the signature, or, the signature blurred out. They're going to say it's fake because she didn't show the signature. I mean, they always pull some bullshit out of the bag. And I'll tell you, I would have
never asked Portland for her proof or nothing,
Exactly. Oh yeah, and that's one last thing. They talk about what was it? Triggering and lashing out. How Portland can't control her anger. Well, that's BS because she will lash out at anybody, but here everybody's told her, get off YouTube, stay off YouTube, You know, you don't want to go to jail. Everybody's attacking her. But lo and behold, Natasha tells her straight up how it is and what the real deal is. And not once have, even when they weren't talking, not once have you ever heard Portland say she was attacking her. And it wasn't until she started with the beaver bangs and, you know, really ripped her 10 new assholes that, you know, she considered it attack. And she still didn't even say anything. She just got offline. Well,
Right.
you know,
She
and then
right from wrong because she was silent for them 2 weeks after she got out of jail. You know what I mean? She knew.
yeah. But, you know, Natasha is proof that she can control her anger. She chooses not to.
Mm-hmm.
She, quote, will always like Natasha and, quote, respect her, I think is what she said. So,
She wants
you know,
to be like Natasha so bad.
she does. She does. Well, hell, she learned from the best. You know, any grifting and scamming that she didn't fully. Hang on, I'm on. I know I'm letting them in. That she wasn't able to do. Natasha taught her the last of what she needed to know. Think of all the charities, churches. I know the utility companies have grants and different things where if you need help with your bill, most do have a program where they'll pay your bill once or twice a year. Whatever is out there, you know she's taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm. She's probably done run them rails dry. You know, she probably can't get help no more.
That just, man, that just
And she gets
makes me
Section
want.
8. She ain't got to pay no rent.
Mhm.
You know, there's many people that would love to have her life. And
Oh,
she's
I
got it made
know.
and doesn't even realize it.
Oh, I know. She was better than I do. She's got 2 big screen TVs, like freaking 20-cent woman. She's a hoarder. She can't stop buying off Amazon. Every time she got a Cash App or any kind of money, she would sit there, you know, because she always says what she's doing. No matter what it is, she says what she's doing. Every time she got money, oh, I'm going to YouTube to order blah, blah, blah. And then she comes back and brags, well, I just got this and I just got that. When Kelly Terrace gave her that last $50, she, I think was in Lichtenstein, wherever she was, she said, oh, I just got blah, blah, blah. And she went and spent on Amazon, came back and said, well, I just bought this, 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 this.
And it's like
And
makeup
I know,
and cheap ass looking jewelry and that
uh,
stuff and
God,
stuff she don't need.
yeah, she's a obsessive hoarder. So that's, you know, where the obsessive stuff comes from, because I think it kind of goes across the board. I don't know that much about hoarding, but it's like a whole obsessive mentality across the board, I think.
Like an OCD, you know.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, like OCD, yet obsessive. You know, it's like you know what I'm talking about, but you can't say it in words. But you know, everybody gets it. Yeah. So, but yeah, the other day, real quick before I go, where I'm gonna go this time. We had a tornado come. Here we get the last 2 was a mile and a half, and the one before that was like a mile away. And then the other day we actually had a tornado come through right on the other side. I don't think it's very big. I don't think it did much damage, but it took down a couple power lines, and we were out of power for 10 hours or more, I think.
Damn, that
So,
sucks. Be safe for sure.
Definitely. It's scary. I'd rather go through a hurricane than a tornado any day. So, but I'm getting my share again. So,
Yeah, because hurricane, I went through a hurricane last year, and I mean, but at least you know, like a week or so ahead of time, it's coming. A tornado,
right.
You don't know when it's coming. It's like, damn.
All right. I am more than glad to have come back to the hurricanes than being in Tornado Alley. Let me tell you.
We Jobby,
so
right?
glad.
Like Natasha, where's that 20K? Hey, we Jobby, she just recently, last week, scammed her community out of $10,000.
Oh yeah. I mean,
in like 2 days.
Oh yeah. I know. Well, I thought people were reporting that 20K to the state attorney. She has 2 prior theft convictions. You know, if she gets caught a third time, she's going to prison. I don't care what anybody says. You're not going to be able to plead that one down. I don't care who you are.
Somebody's got to do something about that shit. That's sad,
Oh,
man.
I got the idea the other day. I'm going to donate $1 to that website fund, and when she doesn't come off with it, I'll contact the state attorney because I'm not sure if you can report it if you didn't donate. I don't know.
But it's easier
But
if you have done it, because she's got to show proof of where the funds went.
yeah, and that's the other thing is you have to show where you spent the money. Like Robbie collected money for a lawyer. He from what I heard, he did show where he had spent the money on what. He showed the invoice to everybody, and he was very transparent about it. Natasha, she ain't showing shit.
Yep. And Robbie's lawyer came on panel too with him. He done a show.
Uh-huh. And she thinks that she's smarter than everybody. She thinks if she even had 20K in the bank and they came and investigated her over it, she could say, "Oh, well, here's 20 grand. That's it." No, it doesn't work like that. They look at what money was spent when, because if that's not the original 20K and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul to show that 20K, you're not going to get away with that. You're not. And she has them so brainwashed, and they're scared to leave her. They won't leave her because she knows too much, and they don't want their personal business exposed. And if they don't know that much about her, they don't want the embarrassment.
And I don't blame them, and it's really sad.
Mhm. But I get people don't know the cost of a website, but it doesn't take that much to figure out. One, it doesn't cost 10 grand, and you can Google what does it cost to make a website. I don't think more than 2 grand at most.
No, she got that 20 or that 10K in ruin. She didn't care about it.
Wow.
Again.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm donating $1, and I don't know what the time limit would be. What do you think the time limit? No more than 6 months. If it's not up,
but you're entitled to know if you donate it.
Say it again.
You're entitled though to know where the funds went if you donated. I would think.
Exactly. So when she doesn't show it, I'll take screenshots, and I hope she's listening. Because you just can't keep going through life screwing people over and bankrupting them and stealing money from their children, because that's what she's doing. I know what's her name's children have begged her to stop buying from all that makeup from her. And I asked her name the other day.
Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack. If it wasn't for Gentleman Jack, she wouldn't have money to live off every month.
And I heard Gentleman Jack got all that money from an inheritance or something, or her husband.
I don't know, but her kids have begged her to stop buying all that makeup because they know Natasha and what she's all about.
And Gentleman Jack buys makeup for other people too.
Yeah. She gave Hooker $20,000 last year.
Wow.
Hooker stole that $30,000. I mean, it's like just when you think all the scammers have been caught, there's always somebody. That's about the only thing that I can say.
Natasha is teaching these people how to scam.
Exactly. But, at your best case scenario when getting caught is theft by deception. But Natasha, with her priors and the amount of money she's raising, there's just no getting out of it. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way she can get out of that 20K. And the 10K, anything over $300 is a felony. And what makes it a grand felony?
And also, what is it? Whenever they wire fraud, when you're getting money from across.
Yes. Oh yeah, they can slap her with 5 or 6 charges. Yeah, wire fraud, theft by deception, felony theft, money laundering. I mean, because anything over 10,000 If it's not done the right way, it's considered money laundering.
That'd be federal, wouldn't it?
Uh, I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
feel like
My
wire
first,
fraud is federal, I believe.
I want to say yes. I want to say yes, but I'm not for sure because when I bought my house, I had to show where my down payment from. I had to show each and every statement from the start of it till it got up to the amount and everything. And you're required to do so by the federal government. So yes, it is federal, and they don't play around. If the federal government comes around and put charges on you, you're screwed.
It's going to catch up to her. It has to. All this
Mm-hmm.
money, and it's going to have to catch up
And
to her.
I don't know if it's a violent crime, but Florida used to have a three strikes you're out law. But I think that was in regards to a violent crime. I'm not sure, but she's got the tax return was what, $3,000 or $5,000, and then there was donations that she kept. It had to be at felony level, and she pled them down. She pled both of them down. There's no way that she can do it a third time and avoid jail. No way. No, I don't see how, but every time I say that, I get proven wrong. Because look at
Right.
Portland.
Right.
So,
But like we said earlier, people like that keep getting away with it. People that drive drunk, they keep getting away with it. And
yep, yep, yep. Man, it's just so hard to just watch it, man.
it is.
So, but at the end of the day, I just like we said, I know karma's real, and that's I think the only thing that lets me fall asleep at night. So, all right,
Yeah.
girl, I'm gonna get off of here.
Well, thank you so
So,
much for coming up.
well, thank you for having me. It was wonderful talking to you.
Yeah. Every Tuesdays we try to do a little chat like this, just about whatever, and you have to start joining
That's
us.
awesome. That's awesome because you know what? I'll get some stuff ready and I'll be emailing you and stuff. But I'll pull some pictures out and I'll share them next week of some of the best T-shirts that I've made.
Okay, that'd be
So
awesome. Yes.
and
We could do like a small
anybody,
business live, a few of us get up here and
yeah, and anybody in chat that wants a T-shirt made, literally whatever you want on it, you can put on there. Whatever you want, I can make it. Whether it be like say the symbol for Louis Vuitton or Nike, there's nothing I
hell.
can't do.
Fairy
Yeah.
Floss, hey love.
And I'll just
Good
charge.
to see you.
If anybody
Sorry, my
wants a
friend's
shirt,
there.
oh, you're fine. Whatever shirt y'all want, I'll just charge material cost, and that's it for
Yeah, we'll
everybody
get
in
it
chat.
going, and we'll do a
Yeah,
live about that. There's a few people,
heck
we're
yeah,
wanting to start our own business and get it out
yeah,
there. And
definitely. If we could make a network of small businesses like that, oh man, think about the possibilities. We can really make this take off. Definitely.
right, help
So,
each other, work together, and because I
heck
love
yeah.
working together with people. I want to see everybody win. Well, except for Natasha,
Exactly.
but
Exactly. Do good things come. Do
it
bad
does
things come. It's so
exactly.
simple, but so true. It really is. I gotta sleep at night. I can't do stuff like that and sleep. That stuff just eats my ass up. It really does. So I just try to help people whenever I can because I know I've had help here and there, and I really
Right.
believe in paying it forward. Yeah,
I know
and
what
that's
it's like
what.
too, and yeah.
Yeah, and that's the whole basis of mankind. We're here for each other. So, all right, I'm gonna hop off here, girl.
All right, you have a good night, love. Love you.
Love you too. I'll talk to you soon.
All righty.
Bye.
Yeah, that's true, Snacks. Hurricanes do spawn tornadoes. Last year, I went through a hurricane down here in Florida, and oh my God, I was scared to death. And it was supposed to hit right at Tampa, and it went south instead. And I was scared of the hurricane or the tornadoes that was going to come with it. And Fairy Floss, it's so good to see you. Yay. I miss you, love. You're working your booty off. Things has been going really good for A Floss. Life's pretty good for me, finally. Yeah, isn't Cape Coral's down where it hit, wasn't it, Snacks? Down that area, Fort Myers area, and yeah, that was sad because it was supposed to come to Tampa, and they said it for days and whatever. Then it shifted like overnight, and I felt so bad for those people because they had no time to prepare or nothing, and it's crazy, man. I don't like tornadoes or hurricanes. Like we do know when or hurricanes are coming, but like what happened last year, it can shift at any minute. And Florida is so narrow of a state, it could affect the whole state. It's horrible. You're very welcome, PA. I love you, friend. You're an amazing soul. I really appreciate you coming up here. I enjoyed that. Oh, Fairy Floss. Okay. Tell her I said hello. Right, Snacks. I hate hurricanes. I dread it. I don't live in that area anymore, but it's crazy. But I think I'm gonna get off here, and I don't like doing really long lives because people don't like to sit through hours and hours of lives, and maybe we'll come back tomorrow and chit chat. I want to go over. There is a case I want to go over, the one where the girl had her baby in the bathroom and put it in a trash bag, and I got some stuff I want to go over with that. I'm gonna try to get that together. We might do that tomorrow. And I'm going to do a live about holding people accountable, how you can't pick or choose who you hold accountable. If you're going to hold one person accountable, you got to hold your friends accountable too. I want to do a live on that. Yes, Snacks, it's sad, ain't it? You're very welcome, Cray Cray. I love you. Yeah, I want to go over that, Snacks. And no, I haven't seen the Reddit. I am on Reddit, though. I'm going to go on there. I'll go on that at night. Because usually I'll scroll through Reddit when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Well, hi, Santa. Are you bringing me presents? You gonna bring me some presents, Santa? Sorry, my little wiener's barking. And we, Joppy, I'm sorry about your baby. I am so sorry. I have been a good girl. I get naughty sometimes, but I'm a good girl. You gonna give me a present? Yeah, Robin, that's sad. Scarlett was good to her. I like Scarlett. I don't really know her a lot, but I listen to her sometimes. And Tasha's fucking trash. You gonna give me all I want? Okay, I need $100 to my cash out. We, Dobby, I'm so sorry, love. I couldn't imagine you're gonna make me cry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't imagine. Santa, I'm waiting for my $100. That's what I want. Come on. See if Santa's a man of his word. Nope, I don't take checks. See, it sounds like you're being naughty. Come on, Santa. See what you all about. Don't you be naughty now. You said you'll give me all I want, so you're going to be a liar? Santa ain't supposed to lie because that's naughty. Santa baby. See, Santa? That's the reason I don't believe in Santa. Because you're full of shit. All right, you all. I'm going to get off here and get me something to eat and head to bed. And I will see you all tomorrow. And thank you, everybody, for coming. I love you all. I even love you, Santa. Fake ass.